We are your home theater and AV questions answered. This is AVRant. Want your home theater or AV question answered by Tom and Rob? Send it to question@avrant.com. Welcome to AVRant. I'm Tom Andry, and I'm here with
Rob H.
Gibbs, which is a college campus around here. But anyways, this is a person. Gibbs. Assuming physical size is not a concern, is the Ascend Acoustics Sierra tower with RAAL always better than the Sierra-2s? Or are there any performance aspect of the Sierra-2 bookshelves that is actually superior to the towers? Assuming physical size is not a concern.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the bookshelf is physically smaller, so if that's the only thing that will physically fit in your space, that's an advantage. It's cheaper. It's cheaper.
That's true. I mean, I believe that I've had so many more issues placing tower speakers in small rooms, whereas I've almost never had a problem with bookshelf speakers in large rooms. You know what I mean? It's just something about tower speakers, in my experience, has been that they're just a little bit harder to get to image correctly and stuff like that. I don't know that that'll be the case here, but certainly, I mean, he's saying assuming size is not a concern. I'm wondering if he really means assuming I can afford the big ones.
Well, it's just, like, I can place, if you have, like I'm saying, the decision is made for you if you just physically can't fit the towers. But assuming you can fit the towers, then he's like, is there an actual performance benefit to the Sierra-2s in anything? Now, hyper-technically, the Sierra-2 bookshelf speakers being that little bit skinnier than the towers, and the ribbon being the little bit skinnier, technically, and Dave has the measurements to back this up, they have ever so slightly wider dispersion. Now, we're talking hairs widths here of wider dispersion, but if you want an objective measurement in which the Sierra-2s exceed the towers in some small way, they do actually have ever so slightly wider horizontal dispersion. Other than that, there's not really any performance benefit.
I guess the only other thing I can think of, and I'm really racking my brain over here, is with a bookshelf speaker, you have many more options for heights. And if you have low furniture or high furniture...
Yeah, because it is important to have your ears at the same vertical height as the tweeters of these speakers. They have very narrow vertical dispersion. Both of them have very narrow vertical dispersion.
And I ran into this when I reviewed some speakers that were from Australia, the Cal or RAAL or Cal something. I don't remember. They were awful. But they had tweeters that were very low. And I was like, dude, they were like so low that sitting on the ground is where they image the best.
Okay.
So I think the idea there was that, and I found this out when I got to Australia, there's a lot of this very Scandinavian sort of design, very low furniture, very sleek designs. Everything looks like it came from IKEA there. And all the houses are very, it's like the third time I've hit my mic today. What is going on? I never hit my mic. The houses are very boxy and very modern looking and stuff like that. So it made sense that the tweeter was that low because I think in most of those households. But if you buy an American speaker, the tweeters are going to be much higher. So you have the option with a bookshelf speaker of adjusting that height a lot easier, especially in the downwards direction. You can always raise a tower speaker, but it's a lot easier to maneuver a bookshelf speaker.
Yeah, in all other ways, the towers, they play louder, they can handle more power, they're a little bit more resolving, they have that dedicated mid-range driver and a larger ribbon tweeter, so they're that slightly bit more resolving. That's usually you'd opt for the towers if you can afford them and fit them.
Want your question answered? Send it to question@avrant.com. This is AVRant.
Now go out and listen to something.